Hello YouTube, welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video I want to talk a little bit about peaking in League of Legends when it comes to LP. I don't think anyone's made a video on this topic before, but I basically just wanted to showcase what I do when I'm really close to my peak or at my peak LP. And as you guys can see, across all of my accounts I am pretty much climbing every single month to a new highest LP amount for the season. By simply not playing that many games and taking it very slow. So each month I'm basically higher elo than the last one. Same thing goes for this account and same thing goes for this account. So each month I'm basically reaching a new peak. And the way that I do this is, first of all, I play very few amount of games per day. I don't really sit and spam games, which means that I'm not gaining 100 LP in a day, but I'm also not losing 100 LP a day. And typically when I'm either at, if I'm one win from my peak or at my peak level, what I will do is I'll play either one game, and if the game is a win, then I'll simply call it a day and accept that, okay, now I reached a new peak, and simply go play on some other accounts. If the first game is a loss, then I will re-queue and I'll queue up for a second game if the game didn't feel terrible. And if I win that one, then I'll play a game deciding one, because then I'm back to the same spots. So let's take the example of this account, right? This account just hit 300 LP. Let's say I am 290 LP and I'm gaining plus 16 minus 16. So if I win, I'll reach a new peak being 306 LP. And if I win that game, then I'll just stop. This was a W. So, but let's say that I'm 290 LP and I lose the first game and I lose 15, then I'm 275. Then I'll actually go for another game. So this will be game 2. And then if I win game 2, then I'll be 291. And then I'll go for game 3. And then I'll reach a new peak of 307 if I win that one. And if I then lose the second game, if I lost the second game instead, then I'll simply call it a day, and then I would not play, maybe even take a day break, whatever, and then I'll come back the next day or the day after that, and then I'll play again a best of 3 probably, because now I need 2 wins to reach, get close to my peak again. So that's basically the strategy that I'm using, simply playing, if I win the first game, then I'm happy, new peak, great, I can go on to a new account. If I lose the first game, I'll consider going for a second game, depending on how the second game goes. I'll basically always play a best of 3 if I lose my first game. And then obviously based on how the second game go, I'll either queue for a third game or simply call it 2 games. And that way I'm simply just taking it very slowly, climbing every single month, not necessarily every single day, but I'm making sure that I'm keeping a consistent level in terms of my performance, but also my LP, and that I don't tilt queue or whatever. And that way I'm basically reaching a higher LP amount and performance the later the season is. So right now there is, I believe there is 80 something days left of the season, meaning that there's still enough days where I can gain LP to potentially push even higher, which I'm going to do, obviously. So yeah, there's 86 days left. And yeah, so far there hasn't been a single month where I've been lower elo compared to the month earlier. And this is across 3 different accounts and across about 500 games. So yeah, that's basically my strategy for peaking, and I heavily recommend it. And if you're close to your peak level, then try it out and let me know how it goes for you. And that's basically the video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like. If you have any questions regarding this peak level or performance or consistency, then leave in the comment section down below. And otherwise, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube. And then always, I just want to say thank you for watching today's video, and I hope to see you guys in my next video or on my next live stream on Twitch. See you guys.